Mike Tyson told me, this is some real shit. Mike Tyson called me. Floyd was getting ready to go to jail. We at the M Casino. Mike Tyson said, come here, let me talk to you for a second. 50. He pulled me outside the door. The nigga pushed the door, then the door opened, he came outside, he said, yo, I used to hate that nigga. The nigga voice changed, it got deep. You know how Mike Tyson is like, yeah, he all the way up here, Tim. He all the way up here. This nigga said, yo, I used to hate that nigga. I said, oh shit, look, I'm like this, look. So I'm sitting there going, I got to fight this nigga, right? I'm thinking I might have to fight this nigga. He said, look at this shit, 50. I'm in a fucking Cadillac, right? He pointed to a fucking Cadillac. It was, the shit was fly. It was a Cadillac truck. Yeah. But to Mike, the shit was some bullshit because it was a Cadillac, right? He going, look at me, 50. I'm in a fucking Cadillac. He said, yo, I broke my TV every time that nigga fought. And then it shifted. He said, yo, the nigga's just that good. He's just that good. You know what I'm saying? He said, I'm glad you with that nigga. Help him. He not going to know 50. He's me. He going to keep going. He going to keep spending the money, doing everything. He's me, 50. Help him. And he jumped in the truck and left. Scared the shit out of me for a minute because I thought I had to fight this nigga. So I'm like, cause look, left everybody else inside the fucking casino. I come outside, this nigga said, I used to hate that nigga. Nigga voice changed everything. I said, oh shit, I'm gonna have to fight this nigga.
That's the story of 50 Cent when he spoke on Mike Tyson. If you guys didn't hear that clear enough, Mike Tyson called 50 Cent, you know, pulled him to the side, and they had a discussion about Floyd Mayweather Jr. And of course, you know, back in the day, Floyd Mayweather and 50 Cent, you know, they were like this, okay? Floyd was going to jail, and right before he went to jail, this is when Mike, you know, said his piece about Floyd Mayweather Jr. to 50 Cent. And, you know, of course, they're like this. 50 Cent, at the time, you know, he had the bodyguards and all this. He had all that. He been had that. But then, like, 50 Cent was that guy that was also kind of like his, you know, like second in charge, you know, right-hand man. And, you know, especially when it came to, you know, defending Floyd. So when someone like Mike Tyson, or anyone really by that matter, let's put it that way, anyone else that would say anything about 50 Cent, you know, 50 is like a guy like, okay, that, you know, that's my boy, that's my dude. Why are you know, don't talk that way about him. You got a problem with him, you got a problem with me, you know. So that's the understanding, you know, like that power situation, you know what I mean? Like word is bond, you know, don't say anything about him, don't disrespect him in my presence, in front of me. Well, Mike Tyson did that. And 50 Cent just explained and showed you how he reacted and responded to Mike Tyson saying, I used to hate that. You know what, right? So it made him scared because it's like, dude, I might have to fight him. You know, I might have to fight this dude. You know, and his whole voice changed. So he was, you know, really couldn't. And you know, Mike and Floyd have this type of relationship anyway where it's like a love-hate, you know, and Mike has said, you know, things about Floyd, and Floyd has said the things back to Mike, not as vicious like Mike has. But, you know, Mike will say whatever he feels, whatever comes to mind, and that's one thing that you can depend on Mike Tyson. Now, someone, a big guy like 50 Cent, you know, maybe 250, 6'1", whatever, 6 foot tall, you know, talking about a guy, you know, equivalent of a pit bull, you know, in this case, an older pit bull, but still vicious as ever. You know, 50 being a Rottweiler, if we were going to compare him to dog, if there were dogs. And he showed what he did, scared the shit out of him. Scared the shit out of him, simply because it's, you know, people have respect for fighters, for warriors, because they know any real fight, okay, 30 seconds, a minute, it's over. If that long, 20, 30 seconds. minute tops, maybe. You know, depends on what you're doing. You're squaring off, you know. But no, a full-fledged altercation, physical altercation, you and another guy. If you have skills or no skills or whatever, you know what I mean? It's going to last about a minute, right? Fighting someone like Mike, realistically, throwing a punch at Mike Tyson. Mike already knows. He knows instinctively what to do when someone throws a punch at him because he's trained to fight. He's a pugilist. He's a boxer. He's a puncher. He's a boxer that can punch, that can move. It doesn't matter how old he was. I mean, in this story, we're talking about when Floyd went to jail, this is 2012, people. That's, 8 years ago. Okay? So that puts Mike, wow. You know, he's 54 now. You know what I mean? So that puts him at 46? You know, and he's dangerous now. He's dangerous right now. So, you know, what do? It's Mike Tyson. You know, Mike could do, you know, muscle memory is a mother sucker, people. Okay? You can't make up for that type of conditioning. You know, he's prepared and trained. Yeah, he's older. A lot older than 50 Cent. I don't even know how old 50 is right now. What is he? Late 30s? You know? But even at that time, that would have put him early 30s, if anything. You know, if he's late 30s now. Because that was 8 years ago, right? Or even 20s maybe. But again, I don't know how old 50 is. I think maybe he might be in his 40s. But the point I'm trying to make is, if you're not trained to be a fighter and you're trained to fight someone, you're in the streets fighting a boxer. That boxer, regardless if he's doing 4-round fights, I mean, even, you know, he can fight way past a minute and a half, 2 minutes. And it won't take you long for that guy to hit you. So you have to understand why 50 Cent was the way he was, his demeanor, okay? His temperament. He was scared because fighting someone like Mike Tyson, you can say whatever you want until Mike Tyson's in front of you. Then you know, okay, this dude could punch me and knock my teeth out. He could break my face, my nose, my eye socket, right? He could do that with one punch. Bow! And it's a short, crisp, quick, hard punch. Don't take but one. 50 knew that, you know. I mean, and then it was one of those things like, man, I'm going to have to fight him because, I mean, I'm not going to back down from him, but still, it's Mike Tyson, though. Talking about my best friend at the time. What am I going to do? Well, the good thing is Mike just spoke his piece and he left. So 50 wasn't concerned with that. But I can tell you this. It takes a lot of heart to reveal how you felt even because something didn't happen. See, 50 didn't have to even bring this up because nothing really happened, but he showed, hey, Mike Tyson still scares the shit out of me. That's the point of the matter. Regardless of how bad you are, you getting shot 9 times, whatever the case is, you do not want to mess with Mike Tyson. And the thought of fighting him is still a scary thing next to actually fighting him. But anyway, that's my counterpunch. You guys tell me what you think of 50 Cent's story. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.